losing direction, which I am afraid we as the people also now have a chance to also steer the to get the country back on track by telling off those who have selfish interest in what they stand for in terms of leadership and politics in this country. So we are on the right track, but also we need to tame the leaders who are selfish with their interests. Yes.
Kare,
yes.
What do you think? Are we headed in the right direction in terms of governance and leadership of this country?
I'd say that first, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, just to talk to our people, our viewers back at home, and of course Kenyans at large. So number one, I'd say that when it comes to governance, there is still a lot that really needs to be done. And looking at what transpired back in 2024 during the Gen Z protests, I'd say that we nearly lost Kenya. And at that point, if you ask anyone, you could have been told that Kenya was at in the brink of collapsing. Yes. So I'd say that a lot still really need to be done, and I'm just grateful for the 10-point agenda and the NADCO report. Yeah.
Is it something that we can use to steer the country in the direction in which everybody feels that they are included?
Yeah, for the 10-point agenda, when they are all implemented, because remember, the issues that were raised there were not issues that would say that were from a specific political side or maybe from a political faction. Yeah, thanks to former Prime Minister, the late Baba Raila, who together with the president, thought that it was wise, and of course Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, together they came up with this 10-point agenda and the NADCO report, which was touching in each and every mwananchi, all areas, be it youths, women, and everyone nationally. And even looking at the work and even the strategy that they have to implement some of this 10-point agenda, they are trying to engage in terms of going around the country and each and every county to involve the key stakeholders, and that's something that I'd say that has never happened before in Kenya, looking at our political history. Yeah.
Post 2010, Masese, I think between 2024 and now is the time when the youth have become very vocal when it comes to matters, governance, politics, and the direction in which the country is heading. But given the events that we've witnessed, could you say that the youth have full trust on the leadership of the country right now?
And not really full trust, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. When you look at the composition of even the elected leaders in the different positions, be it member of county assembly, member of parliament, governors, senators, you will see a good number of youths elected to those positions. So we just need to put in more effort, trust the youths that they can really steer this country in the right direction. Also not forgetting the old, because the youths alone cannot really achieve a lot. So we also need guidance of the old as we also chart a way for the youth. So the 2010 constitution at least opened it up. It became a bit easy for even a youth to dream to be elected or to be a leader somewhere. Yeah, so I can say not there yet, but in the right trajectory. Yes.
When he says about being guided by the older generation of leaders, and you see the kind of tension that I would call intergenerational tension in terms of leadership. How do you navigate that?
Well, remember, someone said that where there are all big wigs, there must be at least that aspect of wisdom, because in everything there is always transition. look at during Moi's time, Kibaki's era, and then it came to Uhuru's time, there is always that aspect of transitional leadership. And the same thing is also happening in my party, ODM. So you find that as youths, there is that aspect of just having kind of, you know, a senior leadership that at least guides in terms of wisdom before the youths, you know, take over. Yeah. But you see now, when you just leave it to youths, at times there is that aspect of experience that we still, you know, I'd say lack in terms of, you know, being there for some ages, because someone said that history will always guide you. But you find that even for us, even the Gen Zs and the youths, we would even make some statements, some political statements, without knowing that you know, there is some historical or maybe something that had happened before. So if you don't have those senior people with you, that is now where the youths mostly miss the point. Yeah.
The whole aspect of mentorship now, Masese, from your perspective, looking at the political parties that we have today, and the kind of informed youths that are there and belong to those political parties, can you authoritatively say there is enough mentorship that can enable the youth take up become the next crop of leaders?
Not with authority. I cannot authoritatively say that, because there's also some element of exploitation from the older people and the elders, because now you see they control resources. Yes, we can have very sober minds, but they control resources. So sometimes you'll find a lot of exploitation. Youths will look like they are giving their minds, which when you critically look at it, they're not giving their minds. Now they are speaking, they have become mouthpiece of those who cannot and are not allowed by the public, or they are old-fashioned to even say anything. So not authoritatively that there is mentorship, there is some bit of exploitation by those who control resources, who are older than the youths. Yes.
Exploitation, does that point to the barriers that maybe hinder young people from taking up leadership and even making their voice count when it comes to decision-making level at political parties?
Yeah, well, based on what my colleague Masese has said, it's not only exploitation. Remember, even I'd say our laws politically, say now if you're an aspirant today, looking at the finances that you need to have in place for you to even vie for a mere seat like an MCA, just to be an MCA, you at least you should have something close to 10 million or so. Yeah, so you find that for an MCA, maybe you find that a youth who maybe has an ambition in the political space or maybe in the leadership space, that is the seat that they would always wish or maybe dream of going for. But then you find that away from exploitation, that aspect of just having the senior leadership that they feel like they don't want to leave the space for the young and fresh blood, or maybe for the fresh ideas, for the fresh leaders. It becomes so difficult to break that the barrier. So you find that those are some of the things and some of the conversations that that we should really have both at both level, at the national and at county level. Yeah, so that we don't have a scenario where a young Kenyan has maybe who has a good ambition, good ideas, but then now they are stopped because of one or two factors that can be managed or maybe can be controlled. Of which some of these things are systemic. Yeah. So even changing them needs, it's a gradual, kind of a gradual.
It's a gradual.
Yeah.
And doesn't that Masese lead to conformity of some sort? When you look at the youth who belong to those political parties, for purposes of maintaining their position and maybe that ambition of getting to a position through the political parties that they have, isn't there a danger of conformity of some sort, conforming to how the party operates? you may have different ideas that could work, but then again, situations or circumstances force you to conform.
Not conformity as such, but if you look at the amount of time that it will take to break those barriers, it may look like conformity, but step by step, we are breaking one by one as we move. When you look at my party, for example, my party ODM, you'll see that the barrier that has been women in leadership, today we have a chairperson. You know, today we have a chairperson. The other day we replaced our Secretary General with a lady, you see. So these things, slowly and gradually, we're going to break those barriers and move away from conformity. But I agree with you, the pace at which we are doing this is very minimal, so that it may look like it will take long, but I mean, we're here. If we will not achieve, our children will come, they will continue with the same. So, I mean, there is progress, though minimal, but there is progress. Yes.
Would you say there's a paradigm shift in how the youth and even the people of Kenya now, given the events that we have witnessed, there's a paradigm shift in how they view leadership, governance, and by extension, development?
Yeah, I'd say, and I'd say it started post the Gen Z, protest. I'd say, yeah, because that is the time that everyone realized that, the decision that you make, the decision that the political leaders make will affect you, either directly or indirectly.
Yes.
And that is why you realize that most young Kenyans are so much into the political conversation. Yeah, so there is.
Yes.
Yeah.
You look at the political landscape, arithmetics happening, gearing up to 2027. Do you feel like the youth have fully been involved in this, regardless of the affiliation to any political parties? Is there involvement of youth within these arithmetics?
I feel there is, though minimal again. But I wish the youths can now step up a little bit, just from the keyboard and typing and coming out now saying, hey, I think the governor is not doing well. I have better ideas on how we can run this city. You see, even just that bold move of saying, yeah, I want to be involved. But you see, we just want, most of our youths just want to be there typing and bashing people who are showed up for these leadership positions. So the involvement also comes with us as youths also coming out and saying, yes, I can do it. I can offer a solution, not just problems. Yes. So I think it is two-way.
It also points out to how the youth engage with the voting process, the electoral process. We had IEBC having to register voters last year, and now there's an upcoming mass voter registration. But going by what happened last year, there was a question of where are the youth? Why are they not coming out to register as voters? What could be the problem?
Maybe before responding to that, and just maybe to add something on what Maseso have also said, for youth, for a young Kenyan, because when you talk of youths and youth's involvement in the political parties, which is so key. So, a Kenyan youth will ask you, because them they are there back at home and they're like, where should we go? So a young Kenyan would always they will ask themselves this question: which political party, or maybe which party has structures? Because at times it's easier to go maybe to join a political party that has structures. And we all know, and it is on record, that the only political party with structures that we all know and has existed and it's so strong is the Orange Democratic Party movement. So it is easier, and also today that I'm also urging other Kenyan youths to be part on, to join the political parties, and that one will be, in this case, is the ODM party. So it is easier because there are structures from we have the youth wing, we have the women wing, and of course the PWDs, and special programs, which is under the organs of the ODM party. Yeah, so it becomes so easy for such a young Kenya to do what, to know where to join. Yeah, and now to respond to your question, I'd say that not much has been done, but I'd say that you know, most of us youths, you know, speak much but then do very minimal, because if you sit back, just as he was putting it, it becomes so difficult to even to identify, because you are only identified when you become brave and, you know, get out there to, you know, to be counted, so that you can be part of even the political, you know, formation and the political, you know, processes. During the by-election that we had recently, there was, I'd say, I don't know if it was a voter apathy, but the by-election that we had recently in the other side of Mbeere North, call it Kasipol, Magarini, I really doubt, looking at the trends in our political system and how, you know, it's always run. I was so worried, being a youth advocate and of course member of a political party, Young Kenyan. I was so worried if that would be the trend that we would you know, want to, you know, to portray when it comes to general elections in 2027. So we are so active in online, but then when it comes now to action or reality, we fail to get it right. So it's also a question would also dawn back to the political parties and the leadership of these political parties. What can be done so that these youths can be you know, can take part in this in the political parties and just in the activities in the building up of the nation. So that's a gap that really need to be worked on, and we are just barely a few months to general election. So if you're not keen, then we might miss it, or maybe we might explain the same thing that happened during the by-elections. Yeah,
we'll come back to that and see how the youth can be influenced to ensure that they register as voters so that they can participate in the political electoral processes, because they have been very vocal in terms of the direction that the country needs to take politically, in terms of leadership and also as economic. So, and taking up a vote is the first step in making sure that they make that change that they want to see. So we're going to continue this conversation after this short break. Stay with us.
We live in a generation where we love trends, we love vibes, we love following what is happening on social media, on TikTok. What is vibe? When you hear the word vibe, what do you really think about?
It's very much being in your comfort zone to me. It's a feeling that is enjoyable for you in the situation that you're in.
Yes, something can feel right, can feel fun, Kenya umesema, and not be right. Yes.
Whenever you find yourself questioning a specific trend, I think that's your conscience telling you this is not right.
When you greet foreign guests, I can chat with them about the Roman Empire. What if they're from the Middle East? You think they'd like that?
I can't open this app I downloaded. I must have hit something.
I'll take a look for you.
What are you all up to?
Have you been dancing all this time and still haven't seen her?
Are you really undercover, or do you just like dancing, dude?
Young man, if you want to scam us, it won't be that easy.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah, that's right. Mom!
Najua hutaki huruma, lakini mimi ni babako. Na nikikuona hivi nasikia uchungu sana.
Ametunyang'anya baba kisha walia haki.
Utatambua lini kwamba umefilisika?
Hebu ondoka ama mimi mwenyewe nije nikuondoe. Bila msamaha sisi ni wanyama. Lakini nani wa kumsamehe mwenzangu? Nyote. Sote? Mimi nimekosea wapi? Nadhani umeanza kutoka na akili yako Hawa. Usipomwambia aondoke nitakuzaba makofi. Hawa. Nimechoka na upuzi wako.
You're still watching Good Morning Kenya. This is Entertainment Thursday. The segment on air is Future Voices. We're talking about the youth, political parties, and the politics of the country. Before we went on a break, we wanted to just explore ways in which the youth can be engaged to ensure that they take up voters' card and participate in the electoral process. From your perspective, how can we best go about that?
I think a lot of civic education needs to be done. To the youths on the importance of being involved in the decision making of this country, which is politics. So bad politics means we have a bad life, bad economy and all that. The notion that it's not my thing, me, I'm not a politician, I don't like politics. That notion needs to be done away with so that they get involved to know that the reason as to why we have bad leaders in position is because you did not vote.
That is like some level of complacency.
Yes. So we have bad leaders because you did not vote, or you are a good leader who did not offer themselves for election, you see. So I think on the conversation of how I saw the other day banning TikTok, if now the regulation is that now we can use that, because most of the youths now are on TikTok. If we can use that TikTok as a way of sensitizing the youths, that even as you continue enjoying these funny videos, there's this one, you need to register as a voter, you need to do this and this and that. You know, the emergency of these content creators, government, please bring them on board. When they do those skits of theirs, they also include sensitization on why youths should register as voters and why they should take part in the leadership process that brings us elected leaders.
That is also a wake-up call to IEBC, because the youth mostly on social media, those platforms. So I think the IEBC should ensure that
they should move from the traditional way of doing civic education, which is calling for people in a social hall and then bring them, talk to them. I mean, you will not find now the youths of these days. You will not find them until they will come to the social hall so that you tell them how to register as voters and why they should.
But there's also been some social level of civic education happening on social media. We've seen forums on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Why aren't we seeing that translate into youth registering to vote, given by what the numbers that IEBC was recording last year?
That's a good one, Migwi. So I was having a conversation with my friend recently, senior. I know he's watching. And he was telling me that you know what happened with the youths, and I'd say Gen Z per se, is that if they get tired easily. So what will happen for my parent, or maybe for our parents? Our parents are so patient, and I know for a youth who is watching this, and also for any politician or maybe leader, it's something that maybe they can think of. He was making fun, and he was like, do you know what? A Kenyan youth will come and look at the queue. So when the queue is too long, they're like, hey, why should I you know wait here the whole day nichomeke, yeah, the whole day nikingoja. So
I think I agree with you. Yes, the situation is so bad, dire, that you see these people that we are talking about now, our youths.
Yes.
Those are, I think, who are below us. They are very relaxed to a point where you will find it's their parents who tell you, hey, Masese bana, suicide hata huyu ndugu yako apate ID. Hey. You imagine someone who's just finished Form 4 just the other day. You mean even how you can get an ID is something you don't know. You can't go to the chief and express yourself and say, I have come, I want to apply for an ID. You see, so the youths that we have, they do not want to trust the process. If what you're doing today is something that they like, they don't want to put in the effort that you've put, that you went to school, it was tiresome, you failed at some point, you had to retake, you had to do this, you had to intern, you know, you had to have bosses who don't understand you, for you now to reach here, now you can see you on TV. For them, if it is possible, they come from home and straight to what you're doing. That is it. But if you tell them the process, they
know what. Acha itulia hapo.
Bora tu niko na bundles mimi.
Niko sawa.
Smartphone yangu. Cha ni watch vitu.
Hey. Let's look at ODM, because we've seen the events that have been happening within ODM, and it's like ODM versus ODM. We've seen the faction that does not support, is not into the broad-based government, and the other one that is now within the broad-based government. I want to get this from you too. Is ODM, from your perspective, dealing with an identity crisis, given that they have mastered the party has mastered the art of opposition politics, and now they are on one hand they have been let into the government. Is that something that is creating an identity crisis within the party?
Well, Migwi, thanks for that good question. Number one, allow me to say that first, when a big party like ODM, and of course having a founder in the name of Baba His Excellency Odinga after his demise, what we are experiencing and facing today was bound to happen. And I would say that thanks to the person, maybe the ideas who came up, to say that, guys, before even laying Baba to rest, let's have a transitional leadership in the name of someone senior, someone who have wisdom, and someone who could hold the turbulent waters when we lost Baba. I'd say that to me it's normal. What is happening now, it's normal, because it used to happen even before when Jacom was there. It's only that Baba had a unique way of handling such turbulence and divergent ideas, and of course everyone. In ODM we have the youthful, I'd say youthful leaders, in terms of looking at the chairperson, Governor Wanga, looking at Governor for Kisii, Governor for Mombasa, and of course, the former SG and Nairobi Senator. I'd say that they were all overambitious, and even Embakasi East MP. So that is not something that would shock me as a person and as a youth in ODM. But the question would have been, say, if by now, if Dr. Buru Oginga could have not been the party leader, transitional, taking over from Baba, when members, supporters, and the delegates, the leaders in ODM were still emotional. There was that aspect of emotional, losing Baba and everything. So the aspect of people having identification, like different identity in terms of what they are saying, that's I'd say that's usual. But then it becomes a danger when the spokesperson of the party, who is the Secretary General, have a divergent idea from what the party organs have stated or maybe have agreed on. It becomes a danger, because for the supporters and the members of ODM, of the party, I'd say it will be more confusing. So if you had to ask me, even when Baba was around today, What we witnessed recently from the Nairobi Senator Honorable Sifuna was something that was uncalled for. And if you are in the shoes of Dr. Oburu Oginga, you could have done the same as a party leader, because you call for meetings as an organ. The SG has key roles, to coordinate the functions of the committee when they are meeting, and of course to do what, to call for those meetings and to make those those pronouncements to the public. But you see now, once you have a meeting and then now you go outside there and make your own pronouncement as a person. Me as a Gogo, I can have my own, how I view things. But then when we come and sit as a family, and then now my father tells me that now this is what you're going to tell the public. But then me, I go and read something different, or maybe speak my voice as an individual, the party. Then now you put the image of the party, and of course to the public and to the whole, nation, to be something that, people start now questioning, where are we headed? And that could have been more harm than good, to the party.
Masese, what do you think? Is this an identity crisis?
No, it's not an identity crisis. I think those who never supported Baba now have, I think now with the exit of Baba, they have now shown their true colors. Because Baba was not someone you could second guess. And I think they should spare us the things that Baba told them in private. Baba was a busy man, and maybe they were going there and disturbing. So Baba was finding a way of getting you satisfied so that you can go apumzike or do some other things. So the things that Baba told you in private, those are yours. We don't want to hear. When Baba wanted to communicate to us, he would tell us, And Baba, one thing that made Baba stand out as a leader and as a politician, even the most unpopular stands but are constitutionally right, Baba would say. For example, Baba has gone to the grave having said, and it is on record, that he does not support CDF. It is unpopular because all the MPs want CDF, even those in ODM. But Baba had said it. Baba went to the grave saying, disband Kera, disband Kura, these are unpopular things. But Baba said it. You cannot second guess Baba. You cannot tell us, Baba said we don't need CDF, and then you say you had a secret conversation with Baba, and Baba said, hiyo nilisema tu, but CDF should remain. No. It is Baba who took us to the broad-based government. So any other thing that is coming, those are just personal things that people now want to say out there. But most importantly, when it comes to the ODM party, I think the leadership of Oburu Oginga is okay, because any other, apart from Oburu Oginga, the party would have been gone by now.
Why?
Because at least there is some respect, some level of respect for Oburu, even as people want to disagree with the direction that we are taking. But you see, the first business of any organization is self-preservation. Any organization, even the institution that is marriage, first thing is self-preservation. So you cannot go out there and saying, hey, yesterday my wife didn't cook. It is self-preservation. You keep them pole. So we have an SG who doesn't understand. We had an SG who doesn't understand self-preservation. There is no way you can go on prime time TV and say, our leader, Oburu Oginga, was illegally put there as the party leader. Be it as it may, that it might be true. But is that something to perambulate on national television as the SG of the party? That is not something that you do. In fact, that is where I find that he crossed the red line.
All right. All right. Let's look at it from another angle. What if ODM leadership was given to a younger generation of party members?
Who? Very specific.
No. Anyone.
Or even a Gogo.
And even you also belong to political party. How would that look like? How would things have turned?
Sorry to say this on a national television, but this is, Migui, at times, it is always good to there is what we call political political reality, like coming up to political reality. You know, at times we view politics, and this one I'm addressing. I'm sharing this to, you know, to our viewers, or to our viewers, or rather the supporters, most online. We view politics from an emotional point of view instead of a critical point of view. You know, if by now, leave alone giving it to a youth in ODM, but why by now that we didn't settle on Dr. Buro Ginga as a transitional leader, or rather the party leader of ODM, by now we couldn't have had ODM.
Why?
Because we have everybody who are, I started saying that we have ambitious leaders. So if by now, say now you wake up today and give it to someone who is young, I'll feel like, I'm also capable. But you know, you have to tell us. You have to tell us, where are we headed? When remember when in 1994 when Jaramogi died,
yes,
Raila did something honorable. He resigned from his seat, and he went back to the people through the LDP, right? That is the same thing that we were expecting to happen during this process. But you see now, when you're fighting from within, it means you're not being genuine with whatever you're pushing for. You have some ill or maybe malice agenda, and you see that is the way, that is the most honorable thing to do. But you see now, when you're inside and you know, throwing jabs and you know, talking and you know, just exchanging, that will not help anything. So the most, you know, wisest thing to do is to step aside and give that space to someone else who is.
And where does, as you respond to whatever he is saying, where does that leave the supporters, especially at the grassroots levels?
I think the supporters at the grassroots levels, they know the values and the principles that Raila stood for. And even as these two factions try to wrestle out, they can clearly see which faction is still upholding Raila's values, you see. But coming to your question that if it was left to us youthful, I mean, the party would have been dead by now. You know, a party leader is someone who is accommodative, like a parent figure, you know. But you see, the youthful leaders that we have in ODM, all of them are fighting for spaces where how many people will heckle their name in the public rallies, you know. So the infighting, I mean, the party would have been dead by now. So it was the right thing to put it on Oburu Oginga's.
When you say the party would be dead by now, don't that point to the level of trust that you would have on young leaders taking up those leadership positions, especially in political parties?
Yeah, I mean, we have trust issues with them because they are not themselves. They are not speaking for themselves.
From a genuine point of view.
Yes, from us, they look like sponsored advertisement from other quarters who are hell-bent in making sure that the party is normal. So we don't take their views as independent views because there are things that we know, maybe you don't know, me, but we know because politics is our thing and this is what we do. ODM is our party for 20 years. There are those things that really can't be substantiated, but that is the truth.
How does it become the truth if it cannot be substantiated?
No, you see, in a formal setup, can't be substantiated, but it is the truth. What we need is time.
I'm trying to figure out how it can be the truth, yet it's not substantiated.
You see, there's some things in an informal setup. You know, in an informal setup, there's some things that are really the truth. You know. But now when it comes to a formal setup, like right now I'm on the national television, there's some things that I can't really say, I can't really talk about, but I know that is the truth, you know. For example, these people who are disturbing us in the party, they have already formed other parties. That is something that I know because politics is my thing. You here in the studio, your work is interviewers, guests,
give the audience the truth.
The truth, all right? So for us, we know they have done it through proxies, and it's only time that will tell that they already have parties and they're looking for a way to move out, but they don't want to move out in peace, you know. But that is for us as politicians and leaders that we know these things.
Yes.
So if these people were speaking their mind like they want to show out there, we will know they're speaking their mind. But they are also being remote controlled from somewhere to wreck the party. And that's why you see we are very defensive, and we really don't want them to get away with this. Right. So ours is a preventive measure.
Okay, let's look at it from another angle. If the youth formed their political parties, say today, the youth came up and formed their political parties, would that fragment their voice rather than strengthen it in as far as creating an influence within the political system is concerned? Let me start with you.
If today we wake up today, or even I personally decides to come up with a political party, just a founder of a political party, that's why when we started, I was mentioning something on looking at our history and just how politics are local, and of course there is that aspect of tribal, because at some point we were tribeless, partyless and everything. We've had good youth, I'd say Gen Zs in this aspect, the likes of Kasmil, the likes of Morara, Kibaso, we've had all of them. But what happened, they were so genuine and they came out, and then at some point we ended up losing them. They were fought by the same youths. So secondly, having a political party, that's another barrier also that hinders us, because you see, as youths, manning a political party is not something, it needs resources. Yeah, it needs resources. It's not just something that because it must have a national outlook, and it's something that does not run within maybe a community or maybe a tribal line. So looking at all those factors, those are the things that can easily make a downfall to a youthful political party. Yeah, it can work through proxies. You find that maybe me coming up with a political party, but then as he was putting it, you find that there is some forces behind it. Yeah. So at the right time, and the same thing, that is why we are saying that at the right time, and that's why I was also telling you, Migwi, that you will call me back here again, or call us back here again, and you'll play, because nowadays anything you say are digitalized. The moment the former SG Sifuna and the team will now come out and say that, guys, this is the way, this is the direction, and this is the party, that is now you realize that the masses that you see outside there are not there with him. And that is why I was telling even the viewers that let us come out from political, let us stop viewing politics from emotions. Let us be realistic.
And euphoria.
And euphoria. Me personally, I was part of the Gen Zs. I was a Gen Z when the first Gen Z that came out. And I was even against Baba Raila when he came out and say, hey guys, let's stop it. Let's do what? Let's embrace dialogue. I was like, what's wrong with this old man? Little did I know that he saw something that some of us didn't see. Yeah. Then later on we realized that kumbe this is the way. It was not the best at that point, but then later on we realized that was, as a patriotic, that could have been the best way. So even as we do politics as young Kenyans, as youths, as followers, as supporters, let us try to be critical in how we analyze politics. Let us shy away from the politics of social media and everything. Yes. At some point we had Okiya Mtata, Busia senator, as a preferred presidential candidate for the Gen Zs. He was trending all over social media, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram. What happened at some point? He disappeared. Then we had a former CJ, Maraga. He was the best. Recently, I saw a clip of former CJ. I was so embarrassed, and I really felt for him. being on the street and just, waving to, to air. There was nobody there with him. So those are the political reality that Migwi, when we come on a national television like this, and it is our work, of course, as youth in the political space, who are trying to shape the political narrative, to speak to our people, to speak to our youths, and also to our politicians. Of course, politicians will never tell you their hidden cards. Yes. But at least it is good to analyze it from that angle, so that we avoid the aspect of emotions and getting disappointed at some point. And you're like, hey, me, I've had so many chats here, even in my inbox, telling me, oh, go. We thought that, oh, you are the one who are pro people. And I'm like, no, let us stop looking or viewing politics from an emotional point, but then just try to analyze it critically. Indeed. So that at the end of the day, you can avoid being disappointed in the long run.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You're vying for Nairobi Senator, right?
Yes.
What makes you different from the rest?
I don't have to be different from the rest, but I think I can offer. I have better solutions for Nairobi. I understand Nairobi, being born and bred in Nairobi. I have looked at some of the problems that are facing Nairobi, some of the people who are vying for governorship in this city, and it is my conviction that I can do well in all aspects that the senator should be doing for Nairobi. So mine is not, I don't want to do the politics of nani mbaya, mimi ndio mzuri. No. Hata yeye ni mzuri, but I think mimi ni mzuri zaidi. So that is my kind of politics. And one of the things that we really need to demystify, so that we have leaders, people who want to serve the people, is demystify politics, and also make it less attractive and less lucrative. Because when you look at the country right now, everyone who thinks of making it in life, they want to do politics. We have very good business people who are in parliament. Doing what? You see, parliament is legislation, representation, and oversight. An astute businessman, what are you doing in parliament? They are there because now they have to protect their businesses, or they want to grow it to another level, and the only way to do it is through politics. If we can demystify politics and make it less lucrative, then we get people who really want to serve. They want to serve the people. Then we will be moving in the right direction, So even as youths, how do we view politics? Even those who are opposing in a commercial way. They're saying, Tuesday to now oppose. You have seen youths who have really opposed systems and what have you. Then they are called on board. You wonder what has changed. In fact, if anything, the things have changed to the worse. Things that affect Mwananchi, that the ones that you are talking about have changed to the worse. So if we can make politics less lucrative, it will be much better, and we'll be moving to the right trajectory.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. Gentlemen, that was our time. Mashukuru sana.
Thank you
for coming to talk about this aspect of political parties, politics, and where the youth stand on this. That is Masese Mokua, who is aspiring to be a Nairobi senator, and also Agogo Mkari, who is a youth advocate and also belongs to the ODM Youth League. This conversation ends now. My name is Mike Migwi. Thank you for tuning in and choosing Good Morning Kenya to start your morning. Now, Entertainment Thursday officially kicks off with Vivian Ndegwa in not too long. Stay with us.
We live in a generation where we love trends, we love vibes, we love following what is happening on social media, on TikTok. What is vibe? When you hear the word vibe, what do you really think about?
It's very much being in your comfort zone to me. It's a feeling that is enjoyable for you in the situation that you're in.
Yes, something can feel right, can feel fun, Kenya umesema, and not be right. Yes.
Whenever you find yourself questioning a specific trend, I think that's your conscience telling you this is not right.
Mnaniletea vitu ni sign na vitu kama hii kama sasa hii imerudi. Who is going to stand for that? Nani atalipa hiyo? Mnafanya delaying tactics hapa kama mtaki kufanya kazi mseme.
Anza kubeba makaratasi ukileta hapa. Watoto wako uliwafundisha tabia mbaya tangu uko kwako.
Wafikiri tutaendelea kuishi hivi mpaka lini? Mimi siyawezi kabisa. Naona hapo tunafikia, tuachie hapo hapo. Hata kama ni kusulubika, fadhali nikasulubike kwangu mwenyewe.
Huja nikosea, ndio. Wala huja mkosea Amina kusema acha wavunje nyumba yetu. Ndio. Ni ya nini huyu bibi yake wamfanya kama mtoto mdogo ndani ya nyumba?
Mimi sijamfanya kama mtoto mdogo, nimefanya nini?
Amini kuwa wewe wamsimanga bibi yake kwako hapa pamoja na watoto. Kama sijui ni kitu gani umekosa hapa ndani ya nyumba.
Wasikia uchungu sana akisimangiwa.
Sana.
Nilikupenda toka mwanzo, kila siku miurudia kukuambia roho ilikuwa hapo kwako, ficha tushaweka mipango, mapenzi ikishiftikia, ninajua tu ni wewe bado kupenda na kupendwa tofauti na I've been working so much for you lately to deliver pakona huoni ukinidis italemema sana nikisema nataka mapenzi simaanishi nataka muziki I wanna feel the love I wanna feel the love nikisema nataka mapenzi simaanishi nataka muziki I wanna feel the love
We would like to invite on stage Ambassador Germany, Sebastian Roth.
And there we have it. What you're just from watching is the conversation that we are about to get into. My first guest on Entertainment Thursday is none other than a pianist, coming all the way from Ukraine. So he is a Ukrainian pianist, he is a musicologist, and he's also a cultural scholar. He goes by the name Dr. Filenko Taras. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you this morning.
Thank you.
I want us to begin by talking about, the piece that we're just from watching, whereby you are on that piano playing the piece that you were playing, and then you called upon the German ambassador to come join you on stage, and he came in and he took over with that. Talk to me about that, just a bit about that, what was happening.
Well, this concert was about collaboration between Ukrainian, Kenyan, and world music. So we decided to bring the core as music of Ukraine, culture of Ukraine, and we blend with dance with the local musicians, and we decided to play this piece, a kind of jazz arrangements of very beautiful folk tunes from Ukraine, and I have a privilege to find that a German ambassador is a wonderful pianist. He's a wonderful jazz pianist. So we decided that I will start this piece, and I would move away, and he would blend with the rest. So I think it's not only interesting kind of contact with two musicians, but also a sign for collaborations, and two artists who play drums and bass guitar. They're from Kenya.
Yeah.
So it was German, Ukrainian, Kenyan, on the wonderful stage of National Theatre.
Yeah, that was happening yesterday.
Right.
We'll get to speak more about that, just to get to understand how that was like, because I know that you incorporated a number of people, and as you've mentioned, we had Kenyans on there. We had, I saw someone playing the violin as well, and that was beautiful. We'll get into that, but before we get into that, we would love to first get to understand who exactly Dr. Filenko is, get to understand the music side of you, where it all began, how it all began for you.
Well, as you mentioned, I was born in Ukraine and educated as a pianist, as a musicologist, as a writer, historian, and I've been teaching in many places and schools. Unfortunately, since a Russian invasion and the war, I started to promote Ukrainian culture, because like in many other countries, culture very often under suppression and I started playing piano, having lectures, master classes, interviews, even established the programs in many countries. So I just before came to wonderful Kenya, I was in Uganda, and before that was India and Asia, Indonesia, Philippines, Mexico, Colombia. So I'm doing this not only to bring the beauty of the music and art, but also to present that was suppressed or voice wasn't here. And for me, it's very important to show that all cultures is beautiful. All cultures in the world should be presented and celebrated. So this is why I'm often inviting local musicians, or I put on the screen, on the slides, the patterns of the embroidery or beads, because we can see that that even though between Uganda and Kenya and other places, in Ukraine, it's a space, but it's not space anymore. We are much more closer interconnected with our aspiration, with our beauty of our national identity through dance, singing, rhythm, music, poetry, literature. So this is what we have to celebrate and to put on the shield of our achievement as humans, as a human being. So this is why what I'm doing basically, I'm trying to promote culture that was not well known. And I was surprised that yesterday I played variety of music from 18th century to jazz, and with a violinist, with a beautiful dancer, and I think that Kenyan audience was extremely receptive and very emotionally sensitive. And maybe I have to say even more kind of on intimate note. Since I came to this country, to this wonderful country, one word, kindness. I experience in every corner. And I know that so many people was involved to make this program, because basically every day I have at least 2 master classes and events in academies, at the universities. I think that kindness is a motto of Kenyan people for me.
I love that. I love that. and I love the fact that you got that from us, because I believe that as a people, that is what we usually give. We are warm people. We are kind people, as you mentioned. So I am glad that you got to experience that. And yeah, you lived that. I am happy that my country people got to give that to you. Now, as you mentioned, you've been here since Monday. So this is your 5th day. This is your 5th day in the country. And over these days, all days, you had something happening. You had activities going on. You happened to go to some of our universities here. You were at Strathmore University. You went to Kenyatta University. So when you go to this, for example, the sessions in school, what is happening there while you're there?
First of all, people ask me about Ukraine, about Ukrainian culture. I also a professor, and I taught a lot. And I'm trying to create kind of platform for dialogue, because I want people knew about Kenya culture, not a superficial kind of element, but a really deep knowledge of Kenyan culture. At some point, I taught course about African music, and I know how important knowledge, because as a historian, I think that we have to look at the primary source. We have to look at the indigenous culture, not in a kind of like frame that sometimes appears. When I was planning to come here, and my friends asked me about Kenyan music and culture, I said, look on the YouTube. But what I start looking at the YouTube sometimes is not exactly Kenyan music. I'm a kind of blend, but authenticity sometimes been kind of chiseled. And I'm started to promote some programs, maybe some collaboration in terms of the conferences or cultural exchange, because I think that Kenyan culture has to be known, as same as Ukrainian too. And maybe in Uganda they asked me to start the conferences under the title "A Suppression of Expression." And unfortunately, in many cultures and countries historically, we experience this suppression of expression that unfortunately my country, Ukraine, experience right now. But historically, basically, there's a scar of colonialism, of some kind of oppression, affect culture very much. And we have to promote this element of interconnections. So this is why I'm trying to make all kind of connections as possible. Cultural, musical, historical, whatever.
Yeah. Why is it important for all of us to just preserve our culture and get to allow our culture to be seen, you know, out there, not just in one place, like what you're doing right now? As you mentioned, you have been doing tours all over the world. You mentioned to me that you have been to Asia already, you've gone to Malaysia, you've gone to the Philippines, and you know, you've been to Uganda, you've been to Kenya, you're now in Kenya. You're headed to Mauritius tomorrow?
I'm going to Mauritius,
Yes.
and after that I'm going to Zimbabwe, Congo, back to South Africa. So I'm going to have about 6 countries more in Africa.
So
there.
why is it so important for us to take upon that challenge, to preserve our culture and to let our culture be known out there?
You know, it's a very loaded question, because I think that every culture is a backbone of national identity, who you are. And when the culture oppressed or suppressed, means we're losing something as we are, as not only as a human being, but also as a citizen of the land. So this is why I think that in the contemporary settings, on one hand, culture should be presented and developed, and on the other hand, should be supported. Not only by the government, not only by the local community, but as a world community as well. And especially when the culture, like my culture of Ukraine, under tremendous stress, under tremendous kind of, I would say, emotional and physical stress, because a lot of artists have been killed, and Russia is not waging the war for land. They're waging the war against national identity. And for me, it's very painful, because I think that every human being, every human connecting culturally to their land, like this is why I'm going to the places that not aware of Ukraine too much. They knew, but I just want to bring the whole spectrum of the cultural events to the podium. And I'm very glad that I'm doing the concert today. I'm going to play organ in a St. Augustine church, and I'm going to have a meeting with the youth in Creative Garage. And a couple of days ago, I was in a school for underprivileged kids and in conservatory music. So for me, place doesn't matter. I want to reach as much audience as possible. And I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to talk to you today.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to have you here. You've mentioned that, you know, you still, you actually had a master class. You had a master class at the conservatoire, and you also got to interact with, you know, musicians, children musicians from the country. And you also got to interact with ghetto classics who are extremely talented. I would just love to know how that interaction was like for you, and just getting to feel the other side, you know, now the Kenyan side of it. Yes, they're musicians, you relate in one way or another, but now they have their own style, and now bringing it together with yours. Just how has that been?
First of all, my goal is to reach as wider audience as possible. And for me, it doesn't matter either it's professional level or amateur level. I think that the most important to establish connections, and everywhere where I've been, I'm trying to present opportunity to connect to the other institutions. I think that Kenyan young musicians are very talented, extremely talented, and they have to be heard. I was very impressed in conservatory music to hear like 12 years old playing pieces that belong to the highest level. And Kenyan young composer played his music. And I think that this type of activity should be celebrated and promoted. Kenyan music has special touch. I would use a word that maybe not too many knows, polyphony. Polyphony means many voices, polyphony. And Kenyan culture very much rooted on a polyphonic perception of life, along with extremely beautiful rhythm, polyrhythmical elements. And I think this feature should be blended with any genres and presented. So I think that all kind of elements I'm trying to emphasize, from the indigenous cultures to the contemporary one. And I think that this is one of my main goals, to celebrate Ukrainian culture and culture of the land.
And get to integrate them in a way or two. What would you love people to get to know about the Ukrainian culture? If there's one thing you'd want to leave us with, what would that be?
On one hand, as an artist, for me is the main goal to celebrate the beauty of the art, the beauty of the music. At the same time, I want to show people something that they don't know. And this is not their fault. It's a fault of those who oppressed culture to be developed and to be known. Unfortunately, my country was under pressure for a long time, historically. And this is why people don't know well. So this, my goal is to represent, to bring not negative, but first and foremost positive side. And establish these connections, because nowadays, in your youth, in my age, it was difficult, but now it's very, very different. You connected to the world much closer through gadgets, through internet. So, and I think that the celebration of our mutual connections, our mutual cultural legacy, is tremendously important. So this is my main goal.
Yeah, that is what you're all about, and that is what you are really looking towards doing as you are on this tour around the world.
Also to meet people. You know, you can even imagine how many people involved to make this tour. I was shocked. And so different. I'm very grateful, and for the people from the embassy and artists like Ira Kiechenko. I never met this beautiful artist, and she lives here in Kenya. And she's Ukrainian. She made these beautiful posters. And people who involved in arrangement and logistics. Very often, cultural event is an iceberg. And on top, that you see on top. But the bottom is so many people involved. And this is one of my great pleasure, to meet wonderful, open-hearted people.
Yeah. All right. I want us to talk about the concert that happened yesterday at the Kenya National Theatre, because, you know, with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, you've been doing, you know, getting to meet different young people, getting to talk to them. You had a masterclass with them. But now yesterday you held a concert. It's the clips that we've been seeing on our TV as we continued with our conversation. So, and, you know, I didn't get to attend, unfortunately, but one of my producers attended it, and he was just letting me in on how that was like, and the fusion of just you on the piano, and we had some people on the drums, and, you know, just that fusion. So how did you get to go about that, you know, with working with these young Kenyans who were part of your concert? If you can just let me know how that worked. Did you meet beforehand? Because now, you know, the fusion was beautiful.
First of all, I have to tell you that since my traveling, this is one of the best concerts. This is one of the best concerts that I have. First of all, I've been greeted by the beautiful group of local musicians, indigenous people with a dance. And it's actually its impetus to the whole event, and we move to the stage. I met these people sometimes accidentally, sometimes not. Like I found the violin player, this young man, I have only 2 rehearsals with him. And I sent him music in advance, and he learned this basically through Zoom, and we connected. Exactly the same happened with a German ambassador. I sent him some music to pick, and he picked a couple of pieces. With dancers, even more better, because I sent him the music that I'm going to play, and this young man create absolutely amazing show, absolutely fantastic.
There we can see it on the screen, actually.
Yes,
see the young man dancing.
This one.
Yeah.
I think it should be kind of example of the fusion and collaboration with a wonderful artist, and I have to tell you that a lot of people are doing this on a voluntary basis, for free.
And the fact that they're doing it for free.
Yes, because they are so passionate about this idea to present Ukrainian culture to the Kenya that, and I'm very grateful for this.
Yeah, I was saying, and the fact that, you know, just the fact of knowing that you had that little time, but you got to work with these people as if you had trained and did rehearsals for so many days. It's so beautiful to see what talent can do. I mean, if you got it, you just got it. It doesn't need much time, maybe, to talent
and kindness of the people on the ground. This is the most important. From the plane, I've been driven to the place where I can play grand piano with ambassador or with a singer. So somebody opened his house for me, or studio, almost immediately. And it's happened all over the floor in Kenya. So this is very important to me, to emphasize this part of our friendship and collaboration.
Yeah, and you've really insisted on the kindness, and I love that for, you know, for us as a people and a country, that we get to just emanate kindness so easily like that. Now, as we finalize on the conversation, maybe where you're playing today, or what's happening today at St. Augustine?
I'm playing today in Garage, Creative Garage, and I have St. Austin Church at 6:30. I'm going to play organ because I'm also organist, and I would like to play different instruments, and I have some kind of lecture today, and I would be very grateful that if people of Kenya listen to Ukrainian music. So this is also my goal. I not only just present, but to spark interest, and understand what's going on in the world too. Because very often culture can be under tremendous stress, and we have to help each other. So this is my main goal.
All right, and you know, it's open for anyone to come. It's open for anyone and everyone to come and
all my concerts for Ukraine since the beginning, like 5 years ago, free of charge, always, because I want people to come and to experience this beauty. Because unfortunately, I'm doing this for 4 years, and in a couple of days, it will be the 4th year of the war in Ukraine.
Unfortunately.
So I'm doing this, and I will do as long as I would able to do this. And all my events free for public and free for like-minded people.
So it's free for everyone to just come and attend and get to experience that and get to enjoy the interactions with different people, for musicians, with different musicians as well. All right, this is where we end the conversation. What would be your final remarks, your parting shots?
That beauty of cultures should be celebrated, regardless of place and affiliation. I think that we have to know each other better. I think that we have to open our mind and heart, not being blocked, and not being kind of affected by propaganda. Very often in nowadays, we have to find a primary source. And for this issue, I'm a primary source of Ukraine. And I would be very happy to emphasize that people in Kenya extremely kind. Kindness, it will be always that I would keep in mind when I talk about Kenya.
Amazing.
Kindness.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on the show, and all the best as you continue with your tour all over the world.
Thank you very much.
This is where we end this conversation, but remember, Entertainment Thursday does not end here. We'll get to continue. My DJ is very ready to keep entertaining us with some good music, and then we'll also have another set of guests coming in. We'll have a singing and dancing ensemble right here in studio. You don't want to miss that. Keep it right here.
Ikibamba sana basi iningine mwecheche. It's new, exciting and fun.
Nothing speaks to the heart more than good music. We are back, fresh, better than before.
And of course, bringing you great mixes, gossip, interviews from your favorite artists, both local and international.
With me, Kalondu Musimi, the baddest in the game. You better say my name, baby.
And of course, your boy, Mr. Vibe Brito, the DJ.
You can only find these on
Club One Extra every Friday from 4:30 p.m.
Woo!
Wakati sina wanipa nitakacho,
suti imemkaa vyema,
ya nzi ya mshata, tusijifanye mateka wa kukitupa cha kwetu.
Cheti hakina nafasi yoyote katika maisha ya mwanadamu. Je, ni kweli?
Vyeti vingi vinadhibitisha kuwa mwanafunzi amehudhuria masomo, lakini hana uwezo wa kufanya vitendo mbalimbali kama kazi za mkono.
Anapozaliwa lazima awe na cheti ili kudhibiti pale anapozaliwa na penye ametoka.
Mtajie maana ya fanani katika kazi ya fasihi.
Kielezi cha idadi.
Kielezi cha idadi.
Kielezi cha wakati.
Kielezi cha wakati. Wapiga makofi.
Spring Festival, with its origins in the last days of winter thousands of years ago, when every family lit a welcoming fire. Today, that welcome is brought to the stage of the CMG Spring Festival Gala. This is where it gets cool. When the future meets timeless Eastern aesthetics. This is where we feel the warmth. When every voice has a story to tell, and every voice is heard. And this is where the celebrations heat up. When the excitement blazes across mountains and seas. In China, around the world, wherever you are, when the CMG Spring Festival Gala begins, you are coming home.
Yeah. sio avifiki tamu wako Wanipembe mjuisi ya miwa mi nitakunywa tu wewe hapo Unyago nilipochezwa hivi somo yako nani Mana unayo ninogeza kwangu ni mapenzi yaji na magiza Vingereza mara au mkoni mengine siwezi kueleza Wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, wake up, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yo, let me talk about penguin style. This is Book Navigation Dance of Solution Dance of Translation.
Unique boy.
Wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up. Wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yo, let me talk about penguin style. This is Book Navigation Dance of Solution Dance of Translation.
Wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling.
We gonna wake up you. Wake up penguin when you flow, we let it in a ring. When you speak in a bomb, everybody fighting. Make me wanna spice it when you party. Hakuna kublum.
Alam, big pong, call me Rajam, King Kong, me no papa, King Kong, Masha Shola, King,
Start of vibe in your motion. Penguin dance me devotion. There's a fresh door attention. Now let them need education.
Unique.
So me say ya king,
wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Wake up, bling bling, wake up, bling bling, cheza na style. Tenje ilizimika after zianze kushika kwa basha kimataifa haram siwezi kula poko niko kwa bashi meja mangoko tatumbao tuko kwa soko na tumenyanya takinyoko nyoko halal sembe na arosto napenda bashi meja mangoko tatumbao tuko kwa soko na tumenyanya takinyoko nyoko tunachana kweze tukisikiza rumba debe ni debe bora inachuna tunachana kweze tukisikiza rumba debe ni debe bora inachuna tushukishe stage ya mwisho tushukishe stage ya mwisho tushukishe stage ya mwisho hatujatosheka na disco tushukishe stage ya mwisho tushukishe stage ya mwisho tushukishe stage ya mwisho hatujatosheka na disco ndo sana
kwa majina ni yani kombota ni saa 9 na zangu zimeshika kilele nimefika na sioni leo nyumbani nikifika 14 bora 14 supu 14 supu kuna warembo huku ndani wananicheka na view na enjoy the view Fatuma napenda vitu umebeba nyuma oh my woman unanimada bila huruma oh tunachana kwede nikisikiza rege doba nikenje cheza itubete toka bukla tunaingia matri kazi meshika tumevuta matrix nadhani hata nilipoteza kiss na tukizima kigonyi usisahau.
Tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, tushukishe stage ya mwisho, hatujatosheka na disco.
What the fire where we go think body on Jackie. If you give me some love, then I must balance. We get down, 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 we get down. Unique, that's the one, baby. We don't wanna we dance along. Cause depending on you me wet it out. When I use somebody very romantical, I just you me wet it out. Yeah, body nice, body nice, body nice. But when you get a little romantical, she wants a night just to be with you. Oh yeah, oh yeah man. What the fire when we go down. Back up your body and come. Check your body for you bam bam, baby. What the fire when we go down. Back up your body and come. You me ready, baby. Onto the visa. Cut you up, don't sikirira. Sikiriza. Onto them up, and the way dance when you get it up. Chini so we go down. She's a little boy, you a fine wine. Papa chini so we go down. Check your body dance down. When I see you romantic. What a fire when we go down. Back up your body and come. Check your body for you bam bam, baby. What a fire when we go down. Back up your body and come. You me ready,
They call me Chris through the cantata. That's why they call me. Let's go. Charlie G, Huni Kali G, Tuliza Moto Kufani G. That's why they call me Huni Nani G, Huni Kantai Hajali G, Huni Kali G, Tuliza Moto Kufani G. Yo, they say it's hard to compose a rhyme. I say you out of your mind or you full of lies. Then again, you could be the slow kind. I don't see how lyrics don't hypnotize.
Unique.
Why not? The season has transformed. You got reason to be bored, so now you want more. I'ma serve you flavor that you can't afford. The bill about to get placed on your tempo. So don't even try to resist. Look at yourself bumping to the beat. Get up and get down with a G-twist. Forget the hater, cause the fool's not on the list. Dig this, we came and we took over. Got the keys to the ride and we're not sober. We made an oath that we ain't gonna ride for you. So now it's hip-hop, ride us to the border. Huni Nani G, Huni Kantai Hajali G, Huni Kali G, Tuliza Moto Kufani G. That's why they call me Huni Nani G, Huni Kantai Hajali G, Huni Kali G, Tuliza Moto Kufani G. They're taking over my head, dog, they on a hustle. I'm taking over their bread, dog, I'm on a muscle. Try to be cool, but I gotta mumble. Better yet, after that, there's a big tussle. Quit them tears, boy. Dry your eyes, see the G going cheers, boy. Don't be mad, cause I say that you weird, boy. You kinda scared, so I see that fear, boy. Meditating on a cute shorty. Lean body, mean thighs like the chick bought it. Eyes set real tight like the all assorted. If she arrested my ass, then she gotta worry. I'm a legend in the living, and that's that. I grab objects of vices you can't touch. Read dog comprehension is too much. I know where's these words that bring the rap. Let's go. Huni Nani G, Huni Kantai Hajali G, Huni Kali G, Tuliza Moto Kufani G. Yo, Huni Nani G, Huni Kantai Hajali G, Huni Kali G, Tuliza Moto Kufani G.
Just touched down Morocco. Intimate vibe with the locals. Fine belly, so says she wanna take a photo. When I get a Birkin, just send me that toto. Living life like I dance from the lotto. Outer space with my G's and solo. Living life, baby, that's the motto. Nabagamba the movie, never beat that solo. Yeah, Kakuna Matata, c'est la vie, c'est soi. If you wanna make a bet, better put it on yourself. Protect your heart, maybe put it in a safe. Keep good memories and put them in a frame. Yeah, oh my friends, them, I wanna see them every 10 days. Had my back even back then. Almighty Father, please cover them. Oh, everybody want the dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar. I just wanna see a gala wine, gala wine, gala wine, gala baby. Yeah, yeah, saw me for me. Sorry, David, we want no meant to be. You just found me funny, and I love it when I gala wine, gala wine, gala wine, gala bend over. Yeah, 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 gala bend over. Call a friend over. Round 16 and it's not class to over. Shout out to the earth, never F Batman over. Shout out to my girl, never let Batman fall down. Thank you, Jehovah. Many dogs attacked and I just said roll over. Baza de ruli chana bonga babo mugolova. City tiabi dudu manem polo go manji yisamu. Zeku bien pisse kuna matata. C'est la vie, c'est soi. If you wanna make a bet, better put it on yourself. Protect your heart, maybe put it in a safe. Keep good memories and put them in a frame. Yeah, oh my friends, them, I wanna see them every 10 days. Had my back even back then.
Unique.
Almighty Father, please cover them. Oh, everybody want the dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar. I just wanna see a gala wine, gala wine, gala wine, gala baby. Yeah, yeah, saw me for me. Sorry, David, we want no meant to be. You just be
Oliver music again. Love is a beautiful thing created by God. The girl who stood by my side. I want to have you all the days of my life. Let's go! Siku ya kwanza ma uliamua kunipenda. Mimi pia wako nimeamua kukufemu. Siku ya kwanza mama ukamua kunilenga. Mimi pia wako nikasema sitakulenga. I wanna have you baby, let me treasure you baby. I wanna hold you Sherry, you're my blessing. Let me have you baby, let me treasure you baby. I wanna hold you Sherry, you're my blessing. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you baby. You are one in a million. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you Sherry. You are one in a million. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you forever. One in a million. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you forever. You are one in a million. Baby, come to the dance floor. Today me, I got some cash flow. Kusema kweli mimi mrembo. You got some style, baby, you can show. Money, I'm proud of you. I promise I will love you forever, cherish you. The best is what I go do. When you find a wife, find a good thing, full of favor and love. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, baby. You are one million. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, shit. Are you lying?
Nataka niache kuitwa you guy, nipate pesa nianze kuitwa my guy, niache kusema niko kwa mother. Mimi nataka niache kuitwa you guy, nipate pesa nianze kuitwa my guy, niache kusema niko kwa mother, nianze kusema at my mom's. Mimi najua nitapata ganji, nibonge sheng nikipeleka German. Ile siku nitashinda Grammy, nitabonga sheng wa translate na kilami. Mokoro nataka zoe ndege, ni blessing ya kuzaa mgenge. Mimi nataka Johnny kuwe wealthy, nikipata stress naenda therapy. Ipo siku sitacheki price tag, mokoro ntamuweka high life. Mboto flights ndo hashtag, ndo niko busy nikingoja my turn. Ipo siku sitacheki price tag, mokoro ntamuweka high life. Mboto flights ndo hashtag, ndo niko busy nikingoja my turn na manifest. Manifest manze.
the wrath of Mother Nature. 10 counties are on the brink, with over 10 million people in need of food aid. Livestock is dying, and children are being driven out of schools as drought batters the nation. We go beyond the headlines with reporters on the ground in Turkana, Wajir, Tana River, and Kitui counties for an in-depth look at the evolving humanitarian, economic, and environmental impact on communities across the country. Tune in to KBC Channel 1 on Thursday the 19th February for a comprehensive news coverage on the drought situation in the country.
Je, wewe ni mpenda soka? Na je, wajua kuwa KBC mwenzi wako wa dhati michezoni anakujali? Ndio maana KBC Channel 1 hukuletea taarifa na uchanganuzi wa soka.
CAF ndio wamechukua usukani
humu nchini, barani Afrika na ugaibuni, ikiwemo EPL, Serie A, Bundesliga na ligi zingine. Mashabiki pia hutuzwa kwa kujibu maswali kuhusiana na soka.
Swali letu la leo.
Haya yote ni kwenye kipindi cha Dunda Dunda kwenye KBC Channel 1 kila Ijumaa kuanzia saa 5 asubuhi hadi saa 6:30 mchana.
Na wahimiza Wakenya waendelee watch Dunda Dunda show.
KBC, mwenzio wa dhati michezoni.
Tola joka, the reason even the mati popa, Olozi food and the calabe bomba, Oda, Zizi no Oda, Kaya Muzina put in this alota, and I don't care for the I'm a lover. She got a kind of salt on the pretty face, the Yamakufuta Kwanga Amakumbe. So many reasons, in a funny way, Pagulula Magui, Nasanga Joka, Niggas and the Yahweh, Mami, believe in the planning, Kalibe Gosin, Tabalibe Chendi. I don't take you for jokes, see where she can see. I'm so connected, system wahaba. Now in my attention in the rhythm bamboo, system wamaka. I want next to mommy, hey mommy, where I see with say mommy, hey mommy, where I want me to go. She type it on, she done with the wine, she vibe it on. He want it done dirty size on. I don't want another one, it's my color. We need another moyo, send this in a party. Tenga moyo wanga, ukale ma trusty. Ziku masukila, ukale ma bestie. Iwe chako ishi, ne changa ni dembe yeza migu, mami we. Nini di blandi, ne bali bezo sinta, bali bejanji we. See we dance, we come again, mami we. Believe me, the black knee, bali bezo sinta, bali bejenji. I don't take you for jokes, where they can see. Nango well, I'm so connected. System wahaba. Now in my attention in the rhythm bamboo. System wamaka. I want them to
Rolando Guaro, Abebo Wangelero Guaro, Iromo Dendo ya mama yo, Iromo Paco ya mama yo, Emi Abi Amora, Yawani mi ala Amora, Bambogiru Munya Cholisa, Mano Kumaru Munya Cholisa, Umino Kinyo, Wachela Vume Masano ya Kama, Oke Ukara Tuonyo, Ni Wachela Vume ya mama Muzo Kama, Umina Chibela, Wachela Vume Masano ya Kama, Oke Ukara Tuonyo, Ni Wachela Vume ya Yoro Muzo Kama.
Bien un jour on n'y croira plus. Un jour l'autre on sera tous papa et d'un jour à l'autre on aura disparu. Serons-nous détestables? Serons-nous admirables? Des géniteurs ou des génies? Dites-nous qui donne naissance aux irresponsables. Ah, dites-nous qui? Tiens, tout le monde sait comment on fait des bébés, mais personne sait comment on fait des papas. Monsieur, je sais tout en aurait hérité. C'est ça, faut le sucer de son pouce ou quoi? Dites-nous où c'est caché.
All right, and we are back. This is Entertainment Thursday right here on Good Morning Kenya. And today is all about culture. We're getting to celebrate cultures from across the globe. You know, we earlier on had the pianists from Ukraine, and right about now, we are about to enjoy a singing and dancing ensemble who go by the name Angels of Peace Children, and they are from Russia. But before we get into that, because they're looking all nice, their costumes are looking mwah. You're going to be seeing them in a few. Before we get into that, allow me to introduce the founder of Women's Federation for World Peace, Russia, and we also have the president of Women's Federation for World Peace, Africa, who is from Kenya. So welcome, Mrs. Olga, as well as Dr. Susan Kone. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Let me begin with you, just to get a background of what the Women's Federation for World Peace is all about.
Women's Federation for World Peace, we are very happy to work together with Susan. And this is an international organization that strives to make people happy through empowering women, through moral education, through teaching people and showing the example of living for the sake of others, through partnering through many organizations for the sake of making our world really better, more safe, peaceful, loving. Yeah, this is our main goal in the Women's Federation.
All right, Dr. Susan, you are the president of the same federation now in Africa.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes, she said the Women's Federation for World Peace was founded in 1992 in South Korea, and it has many branches and chapters in the world, like over 130 chapters. And we are divided into continents, and I'm in charge of that in the African continent. She is in charge of that in Russia. And we promote women and empower women in areas to do with peace. And that is why this group is here, because they are ambassadors of peace. And as children also, they want to play an important role in creating peace through dance and culture. So when they wanted to come to Africa, I said, why not Kenya? This is where we want them to be. Yeah, so we are very happy to have them from the 13th, last Friday. And they have been working in the grassroots, they have been going to schools, and they have been doing so many activities and entertaining and promoting the culture. And also other groups, of course, from Kenya have joined them, and they have created such a space where everyone is so happy, you know, to just to be with them and to learn the Russian culture, folk dance and songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that partnership and friendship, that's why they are here.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get back to the talking. I want us to go directly to the Angels of Peace,
yes.
Just to get to experience that, what they bring and what they do, get to experience the folk songs and all of that. So how about we just get to them right now, get to experience their dance, and then we continue with our conversation. Guess they can start.
Music, please.
All right, are we ready? DJ?
Louder, please. Music louder, please.
To see what we are talking about, what they do. That is the Angels of Peace children. And I want us to get back to the conversation. That was a beautiful, beautiful performance, and I understand they're going to change and come back with more.
First, can we sing one more song and then they will change?
Okay.
I would like to invite also our music teacher and the boys.
Okay.
We have not only girls,
the boys
we
too.
have the boys too. So,
right.
And they would like to sing a very beautiful, very old song. And this is a song about Jesus' mother, about Mary. This is like hymn to the mother of God.
Okay. All right. So we get to watch that then?
Yeah, this is very unique. And through this, we would like to express love from Russia to all the people of Kenya.
Got it. Let's go to that.
It's okay because he doesn't turn on music loud, then they started singing a cappella, but we
love for us to get into that. First of all, the name Angels of Peace Children. I feel like it's self-explanatory, but how did that come about?
Actually, I founded this ensemble in 2008, and actually it took us time to find a proper name, because we really wanted the children not just to perform only at festivals or different, like talent shows or contests. We wanted them to do something good for people. We wanted them, first of all, themselves to be good, dignified, moral, loving people, and we wanted them through this music and dancing to express love. And that's what we were really thinking, how to call. And then this kind of name came up, and we really feel it's very proper because actually our ensemble performed in many countries. So we are very happy and pleased to come to Kenya now. But before that, we also participated, it's like Bridge of Peace programs, cultural programs in such countries, for example, as Germany. As you know, Russia and Germany, so World War II, so it was a difficult situation. So we wanted to kind of reconcile it through music. We wanted to bring people together. And that's why they performed in Germany, in Czech Republic, in Poland, in Italy, in Austria. So, and for us, it's always such a pleasure, not just to come for sightseeing, but to contribute something and to build this kind of bridges of peace between people's hearts. That's our Angels of Peace.
All right, I get it. Dr. Susan, you are like a representative in Kenya now for that. So do we have Angels of Peace children in Kenya, or how are you getting involved?
Actually, because I met these ladies some 15 years ago in the space of the Peace, Women Federation for Peace in programs that really empower us, and as women leaders, we really felt that we want to do something in partnership with other countries. And Olga, she's very artistic, and she has this group that she founded with her small family first, and then now it's just expanded. Yes, now it has become big.
Yeah.
She just started with her own family. She's also a dancer and artist. And we are very good friends, like for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And we meet in all kinds of spaces on the global level. So I really felt that we can learn from this group also.
Yeah.
We have not started Angels of Peace, but now that they have come to Africa, we can also start our
They
own.
promised us. We asked
Yes,
them, can
yes.
you also launch Angels of Peace of Africa?
Yes.
They said yes.
Yes,
So
we can.
we are
So
looking
it's
forward
something
to
that
it.
is in the works, in the process.
Yes,
You're looking
yes,
towards.
Yes, we are learning
Yeah,
from them.
yeah.
It's a very good thing to do, because our children also, they need to be ambassadors for peace, because peace starts from within. And we need to learn about creating peace and spaces of peace from the very young age. You can imagine all the children in the schools where they are going, children are appreciating so much. And creating peace can be done in various ways, and this is one of the ways by culture, dance and music. And we are going to also think about our own. Of course, there are so many groups, but we also want to think about our own Angels of Peace in Africa, and especially in Kenya.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you mentioned to me earlier on, you know, away from the cameras, that these students are in university.
Yeah,
So the
well,
university students, most of them. Did you begin with them while they were still younger and they've you know, grown in the group?
Right,
Yeah.
yes. So basically most of the children started with 5, some with 4. For example, my youngest daughter also started with 4 years old. And now in Moscow we also have basically 4 groups. So this is basically the eldest. So graduates basically of Angels of Peace, but they still are here, yeah? So they perform, they try to do their best, yeah. So we are so happy to see also little ones.
Yeah, so there are different age groups in the group.
Yes.
You have the very little ones, and then now there are these ones who
basically
are
from 5 till yeah, till whatever. They can be students, or maybe when they graduate from university, they're still welcome.
Yeah.
We never tell them bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
But even this, can I just share about these little ones?
Yes.
Because they're
Yes,
so
please.
cute and little, but already they perform and they do good things. For example, for elderly people, they perform and we go, for example, to elderly people houses, and they not only give concerts, but sometimes they go, you know, like to different rooms, to people who can't come to the concerts, who even stay in bed, and they just come and sing for them. And yeah, elderly people really appreciate. Yes, that's why we try to teach them to be good people first of all, and then also to develop their talents.
All right, I can see they're back and they've changed. So as they get to just line up and set themselves up for the next ensemble, maybe you can tell us maybe what the next one is all about, because you are the artistic director, and I can tell because even as they're performing while you're here, you feel like you want to still direct them. You know? So if you can tell me about what they're about to do next as they actually get on the stage and line up.
So the next song that they will perform, it is called Как по морю. If you translate it into English, it's like as on the sea. Yeah. So I would like to ask children also already to prepare to be on the stage. And so this is a real a folk song, very beautiful in different voices. And actually our music teacher, Lyubov Smirnova, she is not only music teacher, she is a real compositor. So she makes songs themselves, and she arranged music for this one also herself. So, and after that, right after that, after the sing, we would like to show you one of the most famous dances. Maybe you have heard the word kalinka, no? So this will be, after the song, there will be kalinka dance. Just song.
Is it possible for us to start with the dance?
Okay.
Can we start with the dance?
Dance first? Okay. Can we have music louder, please, so that the children can hear and be excited more?
Let's start up the music. My DJ. love it. That was also very, very beautiful. So this is a cultural dance.
Right, this is a traditional dance. Maybe a little bit modernized, but this is very famous. Kalinka is one of the most famous songs and dances.
It's called Kalinka.
Kalinka.
And then, you know, we've seen them with two different attires. So is there anything to say about the attires, the clothes?
Yeah, actually they're very special. Actually the first one, the long one, blue one, it's a very special ornament, very famous in Russia. It is called gzhel. So there are even different villages close to Moscow or different other cities, and they even make different souvenirs with this ornament. It's very special. And the other one is also very flashy, this red one. It is called Khokhloma. This is also very special and very traditional ornament.
All right. Dr. Susan, you've been having them, you know, as they have been in the country since Friday. I understand you've been going around schools, you know, just taking them there. What is the importance of having that integration, you know, just that culture integration?
It's very important to have the youth involved in all these cultural and exchange things that we learn from each other. And they really have the passion for youth. And as we are always passionate about our youth. They are the leaders of tomorrow. And we want to integrate them in peace building also. They are small ambassadors of peace. Of course, as you hear, they started when they were very small, but now they are big, they are growing. And that culture of peace is what also want to promote in Kenya as well, where our youth from the word go, from when they are small, they can also be small peace ambassadors in their very special ways. They have different talents and skills. They can use those skills to promote peace and thereby become good global citizens or even citizens. And we can build a peaceful world, a peaceful nation, peaceful communities, and even peaceful families. And of course, peaceful individuals. This is what there is. So in the schools, there is such great excitement. There's a lot to learn from each other, and the children really do appreciate. And everywhere they go, they are welcomed, and you know, like they want them to come back. And they're also learning also. They are also learning, the Russian team are also learning from our children. Because wherever they go, the children also are dancing. The first school we went is called Aloysius School, and they were really dancing, and the other schools also, they had prepared so well. So themselves also, they are also learning. So that exchange is precious and somehow overwhelming. They were crying tears, you know, to see how our children are really appreciating, you know. They are also mothers, apart from being leaders. So we really feel that this exchange is really not for us. It's actually for our children in the real sense. It's because we are giving them a space where they can learn how to build peace through their talents, through their skills, through whatever they have, to become good citizens, and so that we can build the nation that we want.
And just, you know, from your side, and just from getting your feeling, you know, of all of this, just how has that been like for you? Just, you know, getting to see, you know, this culture is being brought together. As you mentioned also, our children get to do the same thing. The Kenyan children get to do the same thing and get to dance. And as we know, dance is really big here. Dance is really big in the country. So just for you, from your point of view, just how has that been, that experience been like for you personally?
For me, it's overwhelming, to be quite honest, to realize that peace comes from within. And we have to work on it. We have to really try to find out, what can I do to create peace? What skills and talents do I have to create that environment of peace from whichever background you come from, whichever nation you come from. So it's each and every individual's responsibility to find out, how can I create peace? And I think we all have talents and skills that we can use. From an early age, we should encourage our children to use those talents well, not just for academic, but also to live a fulfilling life. You know, life is for living, you know. So I really felt very overwhelmed, and I really appreciate this group so much. And we have learned a lot from them. And even our children also now are asking, we have groups as well, but also we really want them to be like ambassadors of peace as well from an early age. So that we can create a peaceful, beautiful nation of Kenya and even in Africa.
All right. As we get to finalize on this conversation, before we get to see the last dance, now I just want us to finalize the conversation so that we just enjoy them, right? Maybe, you know, what is this something you're planning to be doing oftenly? Because I know Kenya is the first place you've come in Africa. Is this something that you are working on doing regularly?
Maybe not regular, but we do have hopes.
Okay.
Actually, for us, it's very precious even to see African children. We really wanted not only to give concerts, we wanted to go to schools, and we were so honored that we were invited, and we brought presents. And as Susan said, we could teach children Russian dance, but we could learn amazing, bright, energetic African dances. So we want to continue this. Actually, we got 3 schools in Moscow and 4 partner organizations, like family and children-oriented organizations. They helped us to collect presents. And we really, and when we were going there with presents here, then they said, oh, if you go again, we want to collect more presents. Many people in Russia really love Africa, and they want to just to bring joy. And when I sent them the smiles of African children, they said, oh, how can we help more? What can we do more? We also want to contribute more. Thank you for letting us be part of it. Yeah. So that's why we just want to continue. We just want to do whatever we can. And I'm very happy to do it with Susan.
Yeah. And you know, as she mentioned, you also got to experience the Kenyan children dancing. And we do it so energetically, you know. So just how was that like for you, just getting to see that? And what would you say you've picked from that?
Yeah, actually, we were really amazed. And as Susan said, honestly, we were moved to tears. Now, I will not cry because we were really moved to tears by African children's sincerity, open hearts, brightness, positive energy. And we could really learn from them a lot. And these Angels of Peace, they were really trying to repeat and really loved it. Actually, even I myself, at first school, I really like dancing with those girls. This brings so much joy, and we could really feel that we have one heart. We all want peace. We all want all people in the world to be happy, and we need to work together.
All right. Okay. So the next dance we're going to experience, which is the final one, what are they going to be doing?
This is also a unique dance. It represents Cossack culture. This is part of Russia, but it represents very strong, dignified people, men and women who always are ready to help other people and to protect the country, like that, yeah? So this is like a very beautiful and cheerful dance.
All right.
We really hope you enjoy.
Okay, this is where we end this interview, so we're gonna finish it with the dance. Let's get to it.
Maria.
All right, and that is where we end this conversation. Thank you so much. Just to let you know, they'll be having a concert today at Khalsa School, South Sea, happening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you would love to go, get to attend and watch that. And all the proceeds of the event will be going to the Masomo Learners Scholarship that will be helping with education. So that is where we end this particular bit of the show, and also get to end Good Morning Kenya Entertainment Thursday for today. I think my DJ will have some time to play, but this is where I get to say goodbye. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who has been part of the show from when we began until this point in time. Remember, we do this each and every Thursday, Entertainment Thursday. So I'll see you next week, God willing, same time and place. Goodbye.
Nakula maisha na adabu, na enjoy na wenzangu. Hapa tu ni burudani, hakuna kwenda nyumbani. Nakula maisha na adabu, na enjoy na wenzangu. Hapa tu ni burudani, hakuna kwenda nyumbani. Aya, nasikia viti tamu, ramu tamu tamu. Nasikia poa tamu, ramu tamu tamu. Sipatikani, siendi nyumbani. Niko mteja sipatikani, siendi nyumbani. Nasikia fiti tamu, ramu tamu tamu. Nasikia poa tamu, ramu tamu. I don't want no stress, just happiness. Enjoy life to the fullest, with no regrets. I don't want no stress, just happiness. Enjoy life to the fullest, with no regrets. Ay, 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 ay. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Nile maisha ya ujana, na mbogi yangu tukipatana. Aya, nasikia fiti tamu, rau tamu tamu. Nasikia poa tamu, rau tamu tamu. Sipatikani, siendi nyumbani.
Hata
ukitingisha naishiwa na hewa adopti chamevum adopti menanyela adopti ukitingisha naishiwa na hewa uyaongea watu yawa timlani yawa yawani ribere
Welcome back to Semana Spokes from Nagaba.
Semana Spokes is the platform where Wananchi engage, query the government, and the government responds. It's your time to be informed. Don't miss Bonga Nagava every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Semana Spokes.
Ikibamba sana basi puli. Iningine mwecheche. It's new, exciting and fun.
Nothing speaks to the heart more than good music. We are back. Fresh, better than before.
And of course, bringing you great mixes, gossip, interviews from your favorite artists, both local and international.
With me, Kalondu Musimi, the baddest in the game. You better say my name, baby.
And of course, your boy, Mr. Vago Brito, the DJ.
You can only find these on
Club 1 Extra every Friday from 4:30 p.m.
Woo!
Spring Festival, with its origins in the last days of winter thousands of years ago, when every family lit a welcoming fire. Today, that welcome is brought to the stage of the CMG Spring Festival Gala. This is where it gets cool. When the future meets timeless Eastern aesthetics. This is where we feel the warmth. When every voice has a story to tell, and every voice is heard. And this is where the celebrations heat up. When the excitement blazes across mountains and seas. In China, around the world, wherever you are, when the CMG Spring Festival Gala begins, you are coming home.
Nancy Nakenya. She's an aspiring model and student who has lived here for 7 years and wants to be a voice for her community. So surely, who better than her to show us around?
My name is Nancy Nakenya. I'm a student and a model, and this is my town, Kakuma.
We're in Kakuma, a small town in Kenya's very remote and arid north. The tiny market town lies in the homeland of the pastoralist Turkana community. But in the last 30 years, it has become to around 200,000 refugees living in the settlements of Kakuma and Kalobeye. The harsh climate and scarcity of resources like water and food make Kakuma no easy place to live for both locals and refugees. With people from places like South Sudan, Somalia and DRC, Kakuma is a mix of peoples, each with their own markets and communities.
This is one of the main markets in Kakuma, and this is where you can get any of the African prints, and also there are others that you can get veggies, or maybe if you want your grocery for your house.
With new people arriving each week, Kakuma is a